All right. Welcome back to Junior's Music Corner. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time, I appreciate it. Welcome. All right, today I want to get into I got a record in the mail that I pre-ordered back in March. Kind of happy to have it. And it is the Above the Rim soundtrack. This is a 30th anniversary reissue. And the special thing about this is that it contains the 3 tracks that weren't on the CD and weren't on any of the reissues that they put out. And that is Tupac and Stretch's Pain. Classic, classic, classic. Now I remember back in the day going and people, you go get that, you get the soundtrack on CD and you're like, where's Pain? Where's Tupac's Pain song? And you were disappointed because it wasn't there. And if you wanted that track, you had to go and buy the cassette. I did have the cassette. I had the CD. I've still got a couple copies of the CD. But this is the first time that the missing tracks are available on the vinyl copy. And I want to get into this. So let's check it out. All right, these were available on pre-order from getondown.com. They do pretty good with their reissues. I've got a couple. They got the front, back, of course. Couple scenes from the movie. And this is supposed to be pressed up on another variation of colors. I believe this had been reissued. This may be the 4th time. First time was in they repressed it or reissued it in the UK. And 2021 Death Row, exclusively on the Death Row website, they had reissued it with 2 different color variants. But this is supposed to be like a splatter or something. Oh, it's cool. Like I said before, I don't really trip on color vinyl. It is what it is. I want the record to sound good above all things. But there we go. That is disc 1. I mean, it's cool. The colors match the album cover, which is pretty cool. Again, same deal with the second disc. And they called it like a lemonade orange splatter or something like that. Anyway, this soundtrack was released March 22nd, 1994. It was big soundtrack. We got introduced to a lot of joints. Of course, Death Row Records was handling a lot of soundtracks back then. Well, during that time, they kind of had the soundtrack game on smash. But you got SWV, Sable, Old Time's Sake. I play that song still. That song, I don't think that song is ever gonna die. But there's a lot of Death Row artists and a lot of big. It was a nice mixture. There was hip hop, there was R&B. It was a really good soundtrack. I think it sat on the charts for a while. But you got H-Town, Dog Pound, Second to None, DJ Rogers, the unforgettable and still classic Regulate by Warren G and Nate Dogg, which made Warren G and Nate Dogg like a household name. Like still, you hear that come on, you hear Regulators. Like, come on, everybody knows that song word for word. Classic joint. I'll pour out a little liquor. Tupac under the was really it was a Thug Life song. It came out on the Thug Life album. Jewel and Aaron Hall, Lady of Rage, CPO, Boss Hog, Paradise. I'll Be Sure singing a Al Green song. I'll Be Sure, Al Green. Anyway, OFTB, Rhythm and Knowledge, Be Brazil, Jewel, Dog Pound for Life by the Dog Pound, which was a super hard song. That song probably one of their hardest songs. And the three songs that were not on any of the vinyl soundtracks before or the CD: Tupac and Stretch, Pain, My Monie Rite by Lord G, and Loyal to the Game with Tupac, Treach, and the Riddler. I heard that, Dr. Dre oversaw the soundtrack. He was the music man for Death Row, of course. I read somewhere that he didn't want Pain on the soundtrack, which was crazy. And I wonder if he had like other thoughts, like to do something else with that. I know Pac wasn't with Death Row at that time, but that's crazy because that was one of the best songs on the soundtrack. But anyway, Above the Rim soundtrack. Did y'all care for this soundtrack? And what are your thoughts on it now? Anyway, glad to have it. I tried before to get a copy of this, and like I say, it was reissued sometimes before, and the copies that I would find, they just wanted too much for it. So I'm glad that I found this and caught that pre-order and pre-ordered early, which also gave me another discount, which was cool. Glad to have it. Classic soundtrack, classic movie. R.I.P. Tupac. Let's get into something else. All right. I did go to, this is my record store day stuff. I did go to record store day, 420. Me and my daughter, we rode down to the record shop to check out some things. There was a few things that I wanted, and there was a few that, like, if they were there, I was gonna check them out and see. Like one that I wanted that wasn't there. I wanted to check out the Devin the Dude. Of course, wasn't there. But another one that was on my list that I wanted was Murder Was the Case soundtrack. Again, another Death Row soundtrack, but this is like a Death Row mini movie. Another one that they reissued a bunch of times, and I won't say a bunch of times, a couple. Like, anyway, this was a good soundtrack. Many more songs that were actually in the short film that they shot, but the soundtrack was good. This was again, 30th anniversary reissue. This was reissued on red vinyl, and it came with some hidden case files, and you could use the how about I just pull it out? The sleeve was pretty cool. Uh, the sleeves for the record, it's like a die cut sleeve. That was cool. And this is like embossed. But it came with what they call like case files. Uh, Murder Was the Case. Anyway, when you turn these over, there's like hidden case files in there that you can't read. To the naked eye, you can't read them. And their little thing was kind of gimmicky. You're supposed to use the translucent vinyl to like read what the case files are. The case files are lyrics, track lyrics. Um, like I say, kind of gimmicky, but I wanted the soundtrack because again, there were some pretty good joints on there. Snoop Dogg, Murder Case, of course. This is a remix. Dr. Dre and Ice Cube, Natural Born Killers. You got Dog Pound. This was Death Road out. Snoop Dogg, Dog Pound. Uh, other than DJ Quick and Jodeci, like yeah, everybody was Death Row. This was a big Death Row soundtrack, but and you had Sam Snead, but I guess Sam Snead was Death Row. And this song you better recognize, which was a nice song. It was a good song. Sam Snead could really rhyme, but it got him in a lot of trouble with his video. Dollars and Cents was the MC8 disc from DJ Quick, who got some gangster shit. Dog Pound and they crew. Super hard song. We played that one on repeat. It was a really good song. But I'm glad to add this to my collection. It was a soundtrack that I had liked, one that I was unable to get at a decent price, and glad I picked this up. This was the only record store day release that I picked up in store that day. I bought another record that day, and as I said in the last video, I did some dollar bin digging. The other record that I bought was a record store day release, but it was from a previous record store day. It was Brother Lynch. Now, a release that I wanted, but my local store didn't carry, and I ended up ordering it from another record store online when I got home. Was Stephen Marley's Fruit of Life album. This was record store day. I believe this was the first time this was issued on vinyl. I do have part one. I wanted this. Like I say, my record store did not carry it. I ordered it from vpreggae.com. If you don't know about Stephen Marley, come from under that rock. Anyway, yes, one of the Marley boys, super successful. I believe in reggae he holds like the most Grammys. Great producer, great singer. Him and Damien worked really, really well together. And this was issued on what they call a gold nugget vinyl. I came with some crutches. If you don't know what those are, they're like tips that you roll up and put in the back of your spliff. Won't be using these. This will stay with my record. And that's the inside. Ragamuffin, Stephen Marley. This is a good album. Really, really good album. There was a few features. You got Junior Reed, Dead Prez, Joe Mercer, which was Stephen's son, who unfortunately passed away. You got Rakim, Cardinal Official, Painkiller, Junior Gong, Damian Marley, of course. You got Shaggy, Black Thought, Twista, Jasmine Karma, Khaled, Waka Flocka, Iggy Azalea, which sounds like what? But they did well. It was a good song. Rick Ross and Kimani Marley, which is another one of the Marley boys, one of their other brothers. Another one with Waka Flocka. And you got Busta Rhymes and Conscience. Conscience is a dancehall artist from Jamaica. Pretty good. He lost his brother a while back as well. You got one with Wyclef, Bounty Killer again with Cobra, Capleton and Sizzler, and then Pitbull. A lot of features, but they mesh well. And this was a really good album. Like I say, I wanted this one. It was a record store day release. And again, my local record store didn't carry it, but had to jump on this. Anyway, that is going to do it for today. If you made it this far, I truly appreciate you. If you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Drop me a like, drop me a comment. And I'll catch y'all later. Till next time. Peace.